Hey guys, it's me, Nicholas, and I made this today in electronics class. It's my invention. I call it the annoying machine, and yeah, I'm gonna tell you what it does. Wrong switch. So basically, when you turn it on, I'm gonna put it inside layman's terms for all of you who don't know about electronics. This battery sends out voltage inside here to my circuitry that I'll be opening the box. You can see inside the circuitry. Basically what it does is electricity, it goes through this light bulb whenever it's turned on. First electricity has to go to switch. Whenever the switch allows electricity through, it hits the light bulb. When it hits the light bulb, it keeps going, and then it hits what's called a capacitor. Now, capacitor, what it does is it takes in voltage and it holds it, then it releases it. It takes in voltage, it holds it, then it releases. It's some capacitors can raise the voltage, and some capacitors hold it. And capacitors, like in older clocks, not newer clocks like digital clocks on your phone and stuff, they would use capacitors to calculate how much time. It's a lot like this one. See? So when you turn, this is called a potentiometer, by the way. This switch, it's called a potentiometer. Now, what happens with this potentiometer is I can control the amount of resistance going from here to this LED. Of course, it's a lot more complicated than that inside the box. It's not that simple. You can't just put 5 units on some random circuit board and it'll work like this. But, yeah. So basically, I can lower the resistance so that more voltage is hitting the capacitor. When more voltage hits the capacitor gets filled up more quickly, and well, it can release all its voltage. It builds up faster, making this, see this LED? It makes it flash faster. I can even higher it up to a point where it starts making noise. Now, in real life, obviously, this doesn't make noise. That's just there's a speaker right here that's making that noise. That noise is just to help you know when the LED is gonna flash and stuff. I'll tell you about the speaker later. It just runs through the whole circuit. It's just a speaker that makes a ticking sound whenever the noise comes, because the speaker is hooked up to the other end of the capacitor. So every time the capacitor releases voltage, at the same time, it's very close to the speed of light, the speed of electrons going like a centimeter. It's right under the speed of light that this noise comes. So technically, this light blinks before the noise comes. I don't know, interesting fact. Okay, so when I lower the resistance more, capacitor gets filled up more, it releases its voltage more and stuff. And I can higher it all the way up. And yep. Okay. Also, I put in this switch here. Now, this switch is what makes my circuit board a lot more complicated than what I'm saying. Because, like, if what I'm saying alone, it would be pretty easy to make. But this switch is really what throws everybody off. This LED right here, that's just a really hard LED to get up to work. But whenever I throw the switch, it worked just for a little while. I don't know, maybe my solder broke off or something. But when I throw the switch, this LED would pop on, and it will send in even more voltage through the system to hit here. So I throw it on, send even more voltage, so it starts clicking faster. Like, watch, if I put on its maximum amount, see how it's doing it more frequently now and at a higher pace? That means it's, well, higher voltage. Yeah, basically. So, yeah. Okay, let's lower that all the way down. Yeah. Okay. So, I'm going to shut off my circuit, and I'm going to take out the battery. Regular 9-volt battery. And we're going to open this up. These screws right here, the one I'm poking with my fingers, these screws are the one we're going to unscrew. These 2 screws is what mounts my circuit board to the box. And the reason I can't just mount everything around the box and just leave the circuit board hanging is, 1, eventually the solder would break, and 2, the box is made out of metal, and this is a rookie mistake not to mount your circuit board. Like, even when people literally spend $900 to make a computer, I've seen people skip like they would pay money for a really good chassis for building a computer, and they'd skip mounting like one of the boards. Like they'd skip mounting it, and just like they noticed that like if you place every wire in the right spot, it'll just be held together by itself. But you always have to mount, because what happens is the electricity touches here, the electricity touches here, and the whole box becomes a short circuit. Yep. So let's keep going now. I got my trusty screwdriver with no tip. Where did that tip go? The tip for my screwdriver just disappeared. I'll come back in just a sec.